Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you all know, this is Betty, owner and creator of Betty's Custom Design here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram. And I was hoping to actually have my granddaughter's journal finished up by this video, but I just keep coming up with all kinds of different things that I want to put in it and do to it, so it's probably not going to be finished in today's video. This is one of her drawings that she gave to me Sunday night. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I am actually adding some of these little vellum specimen cards. And what I've done is I printed a few of the pictures of she and I together, and I printed it on vellum. And then I just cheated on the way that I've done these specimen cards, and I'll show you how I've done that. And so I'll just tuck these all through the journal, you know, whether it be in like a belly band or in a pocket or something. That's what I'm going to do. So these are the ones I've got printed. This is one I've done, and done this one actually using my Big Shot in the die cuts, and I wasn't happy with it. So that's why I just said, you know what, I'm going to do my little cheat way and be done with it. So we will put these all throughout the journal. So what this is here is just some of the cardstock that come with this paper kit. And I've just got it cut by 6 inches by 3 inches. That's all I've done. And these are super easy to do, and you can do this with anything. You know, if you have some really cute pictures or some vellum, some printed vellum or anything like that, glassine paper, you can do this. You can do it with the acetate. I was just doing it with these photos just because I wanted to include them. So I've got it folded over, and I am just going from the top here with my, I think it's a 2-inch hole punch, and I am just going all the way to the bottom, lining it up, and then poking that hole out. And so what that leaves is it leaves me a little bit more on the bottom here, and I'll write her a little note on there. So I'm going to do a few more like this. And I can switch it. I can actually, you know, decorate these. I can put some lace or something on them. And I may do that. But tonight, probably all that we will, well, it's actually going to be Thursday morning by the time this gets uploaded. But I'm actually going to be heading to church in just a little bit. So I don't know how much I'll get done tonight. But if we can at least get these done. You know, I thought this would just be a very simple, quick journal, you know, since it's for a 6-year-old. And I'm like, oh yeah, no big deal. But then I'm like, oh, but this is a special one. And so then I keep finding stuff I want to add to it and stuff I want to do to it. So I have made this simple journal into something a lot more harder than it should have been. It's not hard. I just, I don't know, I'm just putting a lot of effort into it, which, you know, I don't mind, because I enjoy doing all of this. But at the same time, I'm just so excited to give it to her. So, you know, it's one of them things. It'll be worth it when I get it done, and I, you know, get to see her use it, because she will use it. She loves to draw and write, and I'm going to have to make her brother, my oldest grandson, I'm going to have to make him some sort of a journal, because he enjoys writing and drawing as well. So I've got to figure out what I can do for him that's kind of masculine. He is 11. So I will figure that out. Maybe, I don't know, I've got some paper collections, and if I can't find one that I like, I'll just make him one. And then I'm probably going to use those circles that I'm cutting out. If you guys remember, Melina did a scrap busting challenge here, I'm going to say a couple weeks ago, but I don't know when it was. I can't keep up with time. But she done a scrap buster challenge where she used those circles like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's the exact amount I need. So let me just get the photos here, and I've got some going, it spans the time. And so I'm just going to stick it in and just see if it comes out where I want it. And so that one's going to be perfect. I just need to cut some of the bottom off. So let me do that. And how I printed on the vellum is I just, I set it for I think I set it for a matte paper, and then I just done it like on a draft print so that it wouldn't take a lot of time in the printer, and it turned out perfectly fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and glue on both sides of this so that it'll glue it all down at one time. And you can use your Bearly Arts or your art glitter glue on this. I just always go for Fabri-Tac, so that's why I just go for this. And it's more expensive, but it's just what I always go to. So, and then I just line that up and set it in there. And then I'm just going to press it down some. And that's actually she and I at her undo, as she calls her Aunt Victoria. That was at her undo's wedding. I guess it was 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I don't know. 4 years ago. She looks like she was almost 2 right there. Okay. Let's see where this one falls. This was at church one Sunday, and that's a dress her mommy made her. And her mama done the smocking on it by hand. Her mama is, my daughter, my oldest daughter, is very talented. Very, very talented. In fact, she makes almost all of my granddaughter's clothes. I know when Lena was in kindergarten, so I forget exactly how it came up, but her and another little girl were talking about clothes. And the little girl asked Lena where she got her dress, and it just looked like it offended Lena. She goes, "My mama made it." You know, like, is there any other place to get clothes? Yeah, she loves for her mama to make her clothes to this day. Because she doesn't think that you should have to buy clothes from a store. But I don't blame her. If, shoot, the way my daughter sews, I would be thinking the same thing. These are so cute. Look how cute these have turned out. And it's just something fun to stick down in the journal. I may have to cut some off the top of that one too. I'm not sure. Actually, I think that's going to turn out good. So we'll just cut some off the bottom. And that's another dress that her mommy done for her. And her mama tie-dyed that one as well. So, yeah, needless to say, this little girl is always the best dressed little girl. And she loves her fancy clothes. Oh my God, she loves her fancy clothes. But she don't mind getting out there and roughhousing with the boys. With her little sparkly shoes on and everything. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Like I said, this is actually Wednesday night that I am doing this, and I'm doing it as I'm about to head out the door for church. I think I have I got about 15-20 minutes. But yeah, I just don't have a lot of time to do it. I've had a lot of Etsy orders, which I am very thankful for. Thank you guys so much for ordering and supporting my business. But I've got some sick children. They're my grown children. Somehow, I think it's 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of my grown children who, one lives here in Tallahassee. No, 4 of them. 1 lives in Tallahassee, 2 live in Okeechobee, and 1 lives in Cottondale, and they all have pneumonia. Yeah. So that's a little stressful. Thank God it was not anything else. Which, you know, that's bad enough. But so I know last night I went out to my 4th daughter's house. I guess it was close to midnight. Well, it's about 11 o'clock. I had to take her test out there to take because, you know, we didn't know if it was the other thing or not, even though she had already had it last year. So I done that, and that, you know, took some time away from all the crafts. But you know what? My babies come first. I love all you guys, but, you know. So, but yeah, it'll be all right. So I hope all of you guys are doing well, and I want to wish Miss Margie a happy belated birthday. I did not realize that her birthday was Monday, I believe it was. And Miss Margie is a wonderful subby of mine. I can count on Miss Margie to comment the sweetest little comments on every single video I post. And you know, believe it or not, those comments that you guys make like that, they really do help. They really do make us, you know, those of us that are doing these videos and stuff. Sometimes, you know, we're like, are we doing any good? Are we making a difference? And, you know, and then we see all of those sweet little comments, and you guys will never know what it does to each and every one of us. And I know that I am not the only one that feels that way about all of the nice comments. Because, you know, with us being YouTubers and being out in the public, we get a lot of people that think that it's okay to be ugly and say whatever they want to say, and that's kind of difficult, you know, but that, I understand that's part of being in the spotlight per se, so you have to deal with it. But so when we do get the sweet comments that we get, it really makes a huge difference. Okay, this one is just wonky. Wow. I've cut it off 5 times and it's still too short. That's what my daddy would always tell me. He'd say, Betsy, you done cut it 5 times and it's still too short. Like, Daddy. Because that was my daddy's boy. He didn't have a boy. He just had me. I'm an only child. So, you know, I had to do all the tomboy stuff. I had to help do carpentry and rebuild motors and work on vehicles and chop wood. But I loved it because I was with my daddy. Because I'm a daddy's girl to this very day. It don't matter how old I am. I'm still a daddy's girl. So, yeah. But we've just been, I'm still loving my new job. Loving it. I am still in training. I have been in training for 3 weeks already, which I love because the more I can learn, the more that they train me, the easier my job will be, the more comfortable I will be. And I know that I will be in training next week as well. So I know for a fact of 1 full month of training, which is just phenomenal. It is amazing to me that, you know, they take that much pride in the situation, that they want to make sure that everybody is trained very well. I love it. Okay, that's a picture of me and my granddaughter and her brother, my grandson. He's my first grandbaby. That's the little turkey that made me a mamaw. And like I said, this was a couple years ago. And that was another dress that my daughter made. It is a watermelon dress, and then she done Miguel's shirt, and it looks like a little watermelon. It's just adorable. I don't even know where she comes up with all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even sew a button on half the time. Wait, I lied. I did sew a button on my husband's chef jacket the other day. So I did do that, and I was very proud of myself for sewing that button on. You would have thought that I had made something. Because I've never been, that's why I tell you guys, you know, I hear a lot of you, oh, I wish I could do that. I can never do that, Miss Betty. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If I can do this, trust me when I say anybody can. I was never, ever, 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 ever the crafty one. Never had that in me at all. And if you would have told me that I would be doing this kind of stuff, I would have laughed. Anybody that knew me would have laughed in your face, because this is not something that anybody would have ever seen me doing. Because like I said, I am not the crafty one. But I will say I am a determined one, that when I make my mind up, that's it. I'm going to do it. And so that's how you have to be with the stuff. For those of you, you know, that have struggled and with Photoshop or whatever, you know, just jump in there, do it. Same thing with your journals and making stuff like that. You're afraid that yours is not going to look that as good as anybody else's. Yeah, well, get in there and do it. Just keep on doing it. And I did have somebody, you know, ask me, said, aren't you afraid that they'll, you know, get their own stuff and take your business away from you in your Etsy store? Nope, not at all. Not in the least, because they're, you know, you could give me and 15 other people the exact same materials, exactly the same. Give us the same glues, the same everything. Give us the same amount of time, excuse me, to create something. And I promise you, every single one of them will be completely different. Every one. There will not be a single one alike. And so that's why I don't even stress and worry over stuff like that. One thing I have learned is I get so excited when I see you guys posting new kits or, you know, new projects. It tickles me to no end. Okay, so these are just about dry, right, the first one. So I'm just going to round the corners. Okay, and I think I may ink these up. I have this Victorian velvet, but I just don't know if I think that's going to look good. So I'm just going to ink these up a little bit, just to give it a little bit of definition there. And so I'm probably not going to ink all of these up on camera, because it's about time for me to have to leave for church. But I wanted you to see at least, you know, the process of it. And so what I can do is, let me just see. Let's find something that we can put in here. I'm wondering if I do a little pocket or maybe a little tuck. Let's just do like a little corner tuck. That's what we'll do, and we'll just stick one in just so that you guys can see what it will look like. And I'm just going to cut me a piece of cardstock. I know I'm out of screenshot there, but alright, so I've got that cut, and which way do I want it to go? So I've got something there. let's put it on the front of this cover here. So let's go from right there. So we're going to cut it, I don't know which way's up. I don't know. We're just going to cut it and be done with it. Do any of you guys have problems with that kind of stuff? Like, sometimes I really cannot tell. Okay, and so I'm just going to round the bottom corners of that. And then I will put just a little hint of a pull. And then that will go. Let me make sure that it's going to look good. Yep. And I cut that at 4 inches. And you know, the paper is 4 1/4, I think it is. So that, it worked out perfect. And I'm just going around the 3 sides there with a really thin bead of glue. As thin as I can get it. Alright, and then I'm just going to put that down. And I'm just kind of closing the book just a little bit, just to kind of make sure that I've got it in there where I want it. Alright. And so, let's see, it's not dry, but maybe it'll be enough that you guys can get an idea. And see, I can just set that in there like that. And so that'll be something fun for her to flip through. It'll have the, and I may put some tabs on some of them. I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, this journal's taken a lot longer than I thought it would, because I want to do so much really, I want to do a lot of really special stuff to it. And then I am going to write on the bottom of the cards and, you know, just let her know that I love her. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to write, Meemaw loves you. And it's just a little reminder, you know, when she's playing with her journal. It's kind of like those viewfinders. Do any of you guys remember those, where you would look through them and you'd see the cute little images? That's kind of what that is. It's like a little viewfinder. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully we will finish it in the next video, but no promises. So talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.